Hello, welcome to this new video. My name is Martina Vincenzi and I am the founder of the VIP Flight Attendant Academy Private Jet Coach. On today's video, we're going to talk about winter, and although we are quite not there yet in terms of calendar days, in Europe we are experiencing a real drop of temperatures, and that means that we are fully into the winter operations when we are flying on board the private jets. So winter operations are basically a list of tasks that you are required to do and that you are reminded about them at the beginning of each season. This winter operation procedure is basically a procedure that you have to apply in order to protect the jet from you know, let's say the water system of the jet from the freezing temperatures. So winter operations are normally reminded to each and every crew member via an e-learning session. So it's something that you do by yourself on the computer. You are reminded about that, and you have to complete the session, which takes approximately 1 hour, in order to prove to the company that you are now aware again of the winter operation. They are always the same, so it's not something that you're gonna find new every year. So it's basically always the same stuff, although it's a requirement to do these reminders. But what are they exactly? So you have to consider that the jet has the jet with a lavatory and the jet with a galley. They are provided with tanks where the water is collected. So we have clear water tanks and waste tanks. So the waste tanks are the one connected to the toilet itself, and to make them empty is actually something that the airport do, the toilet service do, with a truck, and they just approach the jet, connect a pump, and they will eventually suck out all the liquids, all the fluids contained in the waste tank, and that's done, and that must be done on ground. The water tank is basically a tank of water that allows you to basically wash your hands, for example, in the wash basin in the lavatory, or in the galley sink, and even wash the dishes, for example, or all those operations that you need to do. So normally, when you know that your jet is going to be exposed to a freezing temperature for a prolonged period of time, for example, overnight, or for example, multiple days, you need to protect all the pipes and the water tanks of the jet from freezing, prevent that from freezing. Okay, so water must be empty from those tanks and from those water pipes. The water pipes are those little tubes that connect the sink into the water tank. For example, when you wanted to drain the water. So the water pipes bring the water from the tank into the sink, and then you have some other pipes that actually will allow the water to go out, the water that you are used to, you know, that you have washed your hands with, by pressing sink drain, which is a button that you have located near the sink. You will allow the water to flow out. So right before landing, this is an operation that needs to be done. It depends, you know, in order to do that, the command, it can be either in the cockpit or in the galley through the flight attendant panel. It depends on the type of the jet. However, you normally do this when you are descending, so right before landing. It takes approximately 10 to 20 minutes. It depends how big is the jet and how big are the tanks as well. And normally when you are advised by the captain to proceed with the water tank release and also the pipes drainage, you can operate the flight attendant panel and get this sorted out. Otherwise, the pilots will do by themselves in the cockpit. So anyway, water and pipes must be absolutely empty. because if you leave the jet overnight exposed to a freezing condition and the pipes are full of water, for example, the water will turn into ice. The ice occupies a bigger space because of its volume than the water, and eventually it will break the pipes or at least damaging them. So in order to prevent that, everything must be absolutely empty, and then you can apply the so-called vodka procedure, which is exactly what it seems. We pour vodka down the sink and into the toilet. You know, vodka contains a high percentage of alcohol, and the alcohol has a very low freezing point. So the chances that the vodka can actually transform into ice is quite remote compared to water. So therefore, we normally pour a couple of liters of vodka on each and every station. So 2 liters in the toilet, 2 liters in the galley sink, 2 liters in the lavatory sink. And then we press the drain button to let the vodka run into the pipes as well. So the whole system must be full of vodka, okay? Obviously, we normally use cheap vodka because otherwise it's a shame to use you know, very expensive vodka for this type of operation. So we normally buy vodka, especially for the vodka procedure for the winter operations. And yeah, so once you are done and you have poured the vodka and you have let the vodka run into the system, into the pipes, you are good to go. And this is an extra prevention from the pipes to get frozen. Obviously, we normally inform the following crew. Let's say you are gonna do a crew change, so you leave the jet and then another crew is taking over. We normally inform them that the vodka procedure has been applied, so therefore when they step on board the jet, they can smell the vodka, and it's not like somebody had a rave party or something like that. It's just because we did apply the vodka procedure. Before customers boarding, you definitely have to refill up the water tanks with water. This is normally done by the toilet service, so by this track provided by the airport from the outside of the jet. However, it depends on the aircraft manufacturer. Some jets have the water system, so the filling up of the water tanks from the inside. However, so you fill up again the water tanks and you let the water running a little bit in order to clean the pipes from the vodka. Also, you flush the toilet a few times in order to get rid of all the vodka that will finally drop and fall into the waste tank. So this is how we are organized in order to prevent and protect the jet from the freezing temperatures. You know, you have to use the resources that you have, right? So this is something that is actually very largely used worldwide, the vodka procedure. I hope that you found this interesting and that can clarify a little bit more how interesting and how diverse can be the operations on board a private jet. Please subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any of my future videos. As always, if you have any questions related to private jets, corporate aviation, flight attendant life, please feel free to reach out to me. And I think that's all for today. So ciao for now, and I send you baci baci.